All right, so just so you know, I am recording this. I just want you all to know so that I'm not surprising you by recording you, okay? Let me share my screen with the agenda for tonight. So Stephanie will be joining us. I'm hoping. She was hoping to be here at the beginning of the meeting, but she had to jump onto another one real quick, and she's going to try to join us about halfway through. I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about the UWS. It's the United Women's Soccer. It's a national pro-am league founded in 2015, and it's based on providing equality, opportunity, and respect for the women's game. The UWS has proven to be an innovative league that has paved the way for further advancements of women's soccer. 90+ teams based in the US and Canada comprised of two distinct levels of competition, the UWS League One and the UWS League Two, which is where we're going to stay this year. With over 23 NWSL draftees and 100 professional contracts to its name, UWS provides high-level competition for college players, aspiring and former professionals, and international stars. The season runs from May until the end of July, culminating in a national championship, and that national championship is for the League One. Once Stephanie's able to join us, I've asked her to talk about what does it look like for a UWS2 League Two player to be able to advance if they don't have the avenue right here in Florida, because with having all of those teams all across the United States, there's a really good opportunity for any one of you to, if that's your desire, to figure out the pathway for you to get to there. So that's the part that I'm hoping that we're going to get to see with her when she's able to join us. So I want to give you my commitment and to tell you my philosophy and why I do what I do. So we started Unity FC because Dane and Harley needed a place to play once they finished with high school. College wasn't in the cards at that moment, and so we decided we wanted to figure out how we can help them continue to play competitive soccer. They are moving on. Dane is going to work for NASA in Washington, D.C., so we won't have her on our sidelines. I know, I'm so excited for her. So she won't be there for our games, but she is going to participate as much as she can before she departs. I will be taking her up to Washington the last week of May and the beginning of June. So we'll be leaving out of here June 1st to take her up there. Harley is coaching now in Apopka full-time, and she's mentoring the younger generation. So Harley has not real sure exactly how much time commitment she has for us, and she definitely wants to be part of what we've got going on. It's just a matter of what her time commitment is going to be allowing her to be with us. But she's not leaving the state. So at least we'll still have access to Harley. But the reason I'm continuing is, number one, I love coaching, I love soccer, and I love watching all of our athletes learn and to compete with the knowledge gained from the practice and training. My goal is to provide a positive atmosphere for young women to continue to play competitively and to be able to follow their dreams. I strive to create an environment of trust, allowing the athletes to relax and work on finding their strengths and work on finding their weaknesses to make them their strengths. I'm 100% committed to this team and expect the same in return from everyone who wants to be part of the Unity FC team. So that's my commitment to you. That's why I do what I do. And I hope you guys are all on board with what it is that we're trying to accomplish. And if there's something that you need from me, I would love to know what it is and how I can help you. And if it's not something I have right at my fingertips, I promise you that my work will not stop until I figure out what it is that I can do to help you get where it is you want to be. So that's my dedication to you. That's my commitment to you. And if you choose to continue with this, I'm hoping that I can get that same kind of commitment from you. Juan, have you been able to join yet? Anybody see Juan on yet? It's hard to see who's on when I've got screen share. Coach Juan, are you there? I don't think so, but I'm going to read what he sent us. He wants to talk about having mandatory attendance to practices and games, and we're going to talk a little bit about that here in just a few moments. He wants to make sure we're working good on ball control, defending, and attacking as a team. We have decided to change our our formation this year, and instead of going with the basic 4-4-2, we're going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. That way we have the ability for fast transitions from offense to defense and opposite, defense to offense. The main thing is possession of the ball and making sure that our decisions and guaranteed passes with a willingness to work hard and to be in good game day shape. So that's what he's asking for commitment from you. His commitment is, hopefully he'll be on here shortly, and he's going to be able to talk a little bit more of what he's going to be able to offer to help this team with their commitments this year. So talking about commitment to practices and all games. So if you do decide that you're going to play with Unity FC this season, our practices are going to be held on Wednesday nights from 6:45 till 9 p.m. and they are going to be held at Feltram Sports. That is going to be our home base for everything. Those are mandatory practices. If you can't make one night a week mandatory practice, then I'm not going to be able to put you on the game day roster for that following weekend. Our first practice will probably be starting on May 10th. We may just have like an informal something on May 3rd, see how many people we can get to come out, but we will start our mandatory practices on May 10th. I'm hoping most of our college girls will be back in town so that we can get a great session in starting them. My expectation is that you arrive ready with your boots on promptly for getting a full session in. And I did have it starting 15 minutes earlier because a lot of times people were showing up at 7 o'clock and still getting their boots on and still getting laced up and still saying hi because we haven't seen each other in a little bit. So I wanted to give us that 15-minute leeway, but practices will start on time. And I would love to get everybody ready to go ahead of time so that we don't have any wasted time because we have really very minimal time. I think I added it up and our total practice time will be 2 to 6. I think I figured it out to be only like 14 hours of practice time together and then 6 game days. And that's really the most commitment I'm asking. So that's something that is non-negotiable. The negotiable part is the optional practice sessions that Coach Juan is going to have. So he's coaching with the Barcelona Soccer Academy and he's practicing 3 and 4 times a week throughout the summertime. He is offering all of you the ability to go and practice and condition and work with another coaching staff to, again, improve your abilities, improve your skills, give you some technical time to work on your conditioning and work on some tactical drills. These are some of the things that we would hope that you would take advantage of. A lot of you ladies that are going back to college, this is a great way for you to continue with your conditioning and staying in great shape and, maybe turning out into better shape than you were when you left. So this is a really great opportunity. I'm super excited about being able to partner up with them. And we're also looking at what could this look like in the future? Does this look like maybe a partnership for the women's side? Because right now they're really focused on the boys side. Is this an avenue where we can do some development for some younger players so that we have a good feeder system for Unity to continue on, and what does Unity look like in the future? So I'm hoping Coach Juan hops on and he'll be able to give you some more details to that. We are also asking for your commitment to your own personal conditioning and training with video sharing for that accountability. So if you choose to go one of those optional training sessions with Coach Juan, then we can, I would love to at least see a 10-second video when you're there, when you're doing it. If you don't have the opportunity to do that, that's where I would love for you to say, hey, I went out and I worked for 30 minutes with the ball, or hey, I went out on a jog with my dog. It doesn't matter what it is. I just want some really good accountability, because I really want to make sure you're all working hard and you're holding each other accountable for, for the success of the team. So that's part of the commitment to this as well. If we're only having a mandatory practice one night a week for 2 hours, and when we get there, we'll work hard for 2 hours. I really am going to expect that you are continuing to work hard on your own so that we are at that level of conditioning where we can play a highly competitive soccer team. Our roster is going to max out at 25. We are only able to dress 18 for game day. And that's going to be based on meeting that mandatory 1 day a week practice, and the performance during those practices is determined by Coach Juan and myself. So, you know, if you want to play on game day, you got to show up on Wednesday. You got to give everything you got during practice. If you can make some of those informal sessions, you know, that's obviously going to be something we take into consideration as well. We're looking at possibly trying to get a friendly on one of the weekends in May, just so that we can see where we're at. Everybody will have the opportunity to play in that game. There is no max roster census for that one. So we're looking at something like that. All of our games should be scheduled on Saturdays. And I tell you that now so that you can start preparing your work schedules, your vacation schedules, and things like that. You know, I know that summer is a very short time, and some of you will be, you know, busy and you're on your break. So I do understand that we have to be a little bit of flexibility, and that's why we have a roster of 25, so that we have the ability to say, oh my, you tell me, oh my gosh, I've got to go to my cousin's wedding, or you know, you twisted an ankle and you can't play. So that's why we're going to have a good roster number, so that we have backup. So in case of those things happen, or the unexpected happens that we never want to happen, I just want to make sure that we have enough to make sure that we have enough players that are going to be able to travel and things like that. Megan has a question. Do you know if games will be night games or during the day? Right now, our games are going to be scheduled in the evenings, and our home games will be at Feltram Sports, and they will be kickoff will be at 7 p.m. We will have 3 away games. One of them will be in Jacksonville. One of them, this one's a tough one, and we've got to come up with a plan of how we can make it happen. But in order to get our league to have enough support, Sunrise was in until last week, and then they decided that they just didn't want to travel, so they did pull out. Atlanta does have a UWS1 team, but they had enough younger players that they were able to pull together a UWS2 team. So Atlanta is in, and then Winter Haven. So we'll have 3 close games, and then Winter Haven is another close for us here. So that's four really close games. And then we are going to have to travel to Jacksonville, which is probably just a day trip. But the Atlanta trip is going to be something where we're going to have to probably go up there, spend the night, and then come back. So that's something we're going to work on. I've got to look at what we're going to do for a schedule. And that is definitely something we'll be able to discuss over the next little bit of time to figure out what's going to work best, and what that's going to look like, and how we can make that work out the best for everybody. My expectation is that you arrive 1 hour prior to the games. Not that we're going to be warming up for an entire hour, but I would love to not have to panic. And at 30 minutes prior to game, do I have enough players? So everybody needs to arrive an hour prior to games. Again, that way you can get your uniforms on, you can get your chatting out, we can get our everything taken care of, and we know exactly who we've got and what we're planning on as far as our starting lineup. Communication. I know this one's a tough one. Sometimes it's, there's a lot of messages going on. You guys all have lives that are so busy. Everybody is so busy with work and family and the commitment to the team. But what I do ask is that your availability must be updated in TeamSnap. That is the only way that I have to keep track of know who's coming, who's not going to be able to come, and do I need to make alternative arrangements? Do I need to find additional players that we don't have on our roster that we need to add in? So I really, that is a must. That is a deal breaker. If you cannot have enough commitment to the team to take 15 seconds to come into TeamSnap and say you're available or not, then that's a big deal breaker. I know that I send out reminders frequently for TeamSnap. Please update your availability. I don't want to have to do that. I feel like at this level, you are all young ladies and young adults, and the responsibility is on you. Mimi, can you mute yourself? Thank you. So Team Snap is just my way of communicating with you. I'm very transparent. I want to make sure that you have all the information that I have immediately. And if we can just work really well with that. We also have the Group Me. I know that's been a really great source of, quick communication between each other. So you definitely continue encouraging each other. That's where you can post your videos, because it's not easy to post your videos in Team Snap on that chat. So use your Group Me. That's a great avenue to be able to stay in touch with each other. This year we are going to ask for $100 player fee. That is going to pay for your registration. That is going to get us new socks. That's going to get you a warm-up shirt. And I do believe I have soccer bags I'm going to be getting you this year. So that's what that's going to cover. I do have all the uniforms. I will bring them to the games for you to be able to take and wear. And then you just give them back to us at the end of the game. We take and launder everything for you. So we did up the fees this year just because we want to make sure that we have everything pretty much as covered as possible. That helps us not only with what I'm giving you, but it also helps me with the athletic trainer, because I really want to have an athletic trainer, even though we're not required to have one. I really want to have an athletic trainer there for you, because I feel like if I'm expecting you to be professional, I would expect as an athlete to have myself taken care of and being looked after by a professional as well. So that's going to help me take care of that as well. Because we have some younger ladies that are under 18 years old, everybody has to take the Safe Sport training. I put the link here and I can send this out for everybody as well. You do have to go on there, and I started mine, and I believe it's like 90 minutes to go through it, but really it's about safety. It's about awareness. It's about making sure that, you've all heard in the news, all the scandal and the things that have happened to female athletes, and probably male athletes too, but they just don't tell. This is about you making sure you use your voice. If you are being abused, misused, maltreated, you've got to use your voice to make sure that behavior stops. I know that some of us have played with players that have been through this, and it's really, the PTSD that they have from that is something that doesn't go away easy. I want you to know that coming to play with us, you are in a safe space. And if you ever need to talk, if you ever need to say something, if you ever need anybody to help, support you or back you, I'm here 100% of the time to help take care of that. But because we do have some ladies that are underage, we do all have to take and do this. So I'll make sure I send this out so that everybody has this, so that we can get that done as soon as possible. Registration, if you were on the team last year, I'm pretty sure I can use the headshots that we already have. If you have not been on the team, we need headshots. They need to be square, so one by ones. We need to get your UWS registrations completed, and I'm going to have you all sign your waivers and liabilities. So I will get all of that information to you as well. And that's pretty much it. Did Coach Juan hop on yet? Coach Juan, hi.
Yes, ma'am. I'm right here. Sorry, I was at practice and didn't realize what time it was. So sorry for being a little bit late here.
No worries. Your turn. What you got to say, sir?
Well, you pretty much cover everything. The main thing, like you said, is the main thing. It's communication. Last season, we lacked quite a bit of communication. As far as putting the availability for practices, and then when it came time for games. So that's the main thing that we got to work on for this season. The second thing is conditioning. Being ready for game day. We saw it last year. Jacksonville and Sunrise. They were very well conditioned players. Even if we get to practice one day a week with the team, you still have to go out on your own and practice. You got to get in shape. Like Coach Chris said, right now I'm at practice with the youth team, the academy team. During the summer, we don't stop. We continue practicing. We know it gets hot, so we practice either early in the morning or in the evening when it starts getting cool. So any ladies that want to come down and practice with us, you're more than welcome to. I've already talked to the coach that owns the academy, and he is more than welcome for you ladies to come and practice with us. Our practices are fun and hard. We have fun at practice, we do games, but yet, the practices that we do include conditioning, tactical, and technical. Upper body strength, lower body strength. One day a week, we practice indoor, which is, where I'm at right now. We do just a strength and conditioning, and then we do some futsal after practice. So, like I said, the practice is there, ladies. It's how much you want it and how much you want to get better and be ready for the season. All right. And then the other thing is, when you come to practice, we're gonna practice for what, 2 hours, Chris?
Yep,
Is that gonna be the time for practice? 2 hours?
six
All right, those gonna be
45
two
till 9.
intense hours. Be- Okay, yeah, it's gonna be intense. So be ready to come and sweat and get in shape. Um, the coach Jose Luis, the one that I work with, he's more than willing to let me use some of the practice sessions, videos, and I can share with you ladies, so you guys can work on that. And I'm excited. I mean, I can't wait. Um, so I hope you ladies are, excited and ready as well. And if you got some players that want to come down and join Unity, um, even better. I'm also talking with Coach Solis, see if we can work together and combine Unity and Barcelona. So that way, we have the women's. Who's that?
Is that Lex?
Oh, yep. So that way we have, the women's side of the team and the men's side as well. So we want to grow. We want to grow Unity, not just to be, for girls that come out of, high school and college, but also, for the younger, generation. So I'm excited. We have big plans for you ladies coming up. So
So I think Stephanie has hopped
absolutely,
on.
yeah.
Thank you, Juan. You're awesome. I can't wait to hook up. Stephanie, are
ma'am,
you
same here.
available?
Oh, the only thing is, we have one more thing, Chris. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
We have partnered with Malaga FC from Spain. So we're gonna have a summer camp for the boys here for the academy. We're gonna be going to Spain for 10 days. We're gonna have a training session, playing some games and tournaments up there. So we'll be gone from June 28th and coming back on July the 11th. So I'm sure we'll probably miss a couple of games here and there.
Well, that'll be fun for you. Stephanie. She may have had to step away. So Stephanie, when you can, if you hear me, go ahead and just unmute. Does anybody have questions while we're waiting for Stephanie?
Plan ahead of time and be there at the practice.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. My internet glitched there for a second. All right, Stephanie, you're up, girl.
Hey, thanks for having me, Chris. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our league and just let you know what the plan is moving forward with your conference. I'm super excited to get the season started pretty soon, as I know you are too. But the reason we started the league back in 2016 really was to provide more opportunities, a more competitive platform, and just more exposure for all of you. And we really, we started with 12 teams in 2016. We now have 49 in League One, and over 23 professional or NWSL draftees, over 100 professional contracts signed. And actually Megan was the first League Two professional contract signed with Unity, actually in the entire league. So Megan, good job making history. I see you have a celebratory emoji up there. We're here for you guys. We want to have a competitive platform that that you can all participate in. We're only as strong as the teams in our league. You know, in your conference, you know, we're slowly building it up, but something new and exciting this year is we are going to be promoting the top team, the top finisher in your League Two conference. We developed the League Two division a couple years ago with the goal of promoting teams and promoting players, and for it to be a true pathway for players to play competitively after college or before college, all up until League One. And we also have plans to launch a professional level in 2024. You guys are one of the first to get the update on that, but we are on track to launch it in 2024, which is super exciting because we need more opportunities, right? For women, there's tons of opportunities for the men's game, and we want to do it the right way with the right organizations. Unity has been amazing. You're really lucky that they're providing the opportunity for you guys. And you know, we're just excited to have you guys in our league. So that's kind of all I have to say about that. But if you guys have any questions about the league or the season ahead, please feel free to ask me. Chris, do you have any questions? I can't hear you. Here, I'm gonna unmute you. Can I unmute you? No.
There we go.
There we go. You look like you were talking for a long time there.
Yes. Anyways, yes. No, thank you for taking time out. I know that you and I have been in contact a lot the last few days. It's been a little round robin, but I'm super glad that we finally got to this point tonight. I know the girls are very excited. I'm super happy about the turnout on our meeting tonight. Ladies, do you have any questions over the things that we went over before Stephanie hopped on that Coach Juan and I talked about? Anything you want to talk about with Stephanie? We got a few minutes left.
Is it your guys' goal to play professionally someday?
Yes.
I have a question for Coach Juan.
Coach Juan, you're up.
Yes, I'm here.
Coach Juan, you are
I'm
my
here.
favorite. You're my favorite bald player on the team. Hey,
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
are any of your Barcelona practices held at the NERP?
No, as a matter of fact, we just had a game there yesterday. That's because we're playing Idea Sport, and I guess they lost a contract with Disney, and NERP is their home field now. So we're playing away, and we're playing the Idea Sport U17 boys team, and that's why we had a game up there yesterday. But most of, we play everywhere. We play over NERP. We play Apopka, Melbourne. We've gone down as far as south, right before Fort Lauderdale. I forgot the name of the city where we played at. We've gone to play at Jacksonville. So, you know, and our home games are here in Stanford. So I mean, we're everywhere with the league that we play in. We play in
Right.
EDP. So, you know,
Okay,
we go
Lex
everywhere.
has one question also.
When you get the chance, because I like the extra practice, when you have like practices at the NERP or whatever, or you know, like when you're scheduled to go practice somewhere, can you send that out to us if we wanted to join a practice? I know it's a bit of a
Yeah,
drive.
for sure.
from you, but
Yeah, that's not a
if
problem.
it's close enough, I'm willing to take the drive.
Yeah, for sure. And then like
Right.
during the summer, you know, I'll send the schedule because you know the coach posts the schedule on Team App that we have for each team. You know, from U9 all the way to U17. We have the weekly schedule for the practices. So once that's posted, I can take a screenshot and you know send it on Group Meet. So that way you know everybody has it.
So Destiny's asking, how do you join Team Snap? So I need your email and your cell phone number, and I will send you an invitation. You have to accept that invitation, and then you will start be getting communication through that. I will also add you into our group me so that you'll have that communication tool as well.
Hey, Coach Chris, are we still gonna try and use that Bella app?
So I can look back into that. It's a little bit of a challenge with that one. It didn't have all the features that Team Snap had because I like that
No,
one-stop
and
shop.
I'm absolutely okay with that. If we're not going to, I need to delete it because I guess
Let-
they're San Francisco based.
Mm-hmm.
So I have it downloaded still, and I get notifications at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning all the
Yeah,
time.
you can probably get rid of it. We were trying that out for them. We were helping see what their platform looked like. They were going to try to sponsor us, but to me, it's not worth. Any money is great, but it's a lot of work on our part to make their app work for them.
Okay, I'm cutting it off.
Cut it off.
10-4. I'm done. Peace out.
Ladies, any other questions? We have a few minutes left if you would like. Stephanie is here. She is your guru for UWS and going pro.
I don't know. Megan's kind of close to being the guru, you know. She's been
That's
repping
true.
really good on our cup of tea. So, yeah.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, I'm definitely more than happy to answer. And I'm going to do a selfish plug for our cup of tea and the UWS kickoff show, which is coming soon. So
Awesome.
definitely watch those.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
All right, guys, I did record this. I will send this out to everybody. Valerie
Chris,
needs
so
to
you
show her
see
puppy.
Right now, we're doing for the U13.
What's that one?
As you can see, we're practicing with U13, and they're doing one of the tests that they got to do every month, and it's the beep test. So every time we do it,
Oh,
they have to do it better than
love
what
the
they did.
beep test.
So they got to continue improving.
Love the
Yeah.
beep test.
Yeah, we just got done doing the stations. And now they're
How'd
doing the
Jomar
beep
do?
test, yeah. He does between 10.5 and 11.
Good job, Jomar. Good job.
No, last time Jomar did 13.
Oh, he did 13 last time? Sorry, yeah, he did 13 last time he did, so he improved.
That's awesome. So ladies, does
Yeah.
anybody have a problem with the commitment of coming to one practice for sure on Wednesday nights at Feltram and making those games?
For our 2 away games, are we gonna take vans or are we just gonna carpool?
That's stuff we're gonna talk about. The Atlanta one, I'll probably have to come up with some bands because that is quite a trip and that's definitely gonna be an overnighter. So we'll definitely look at that and figure out how we're gonna be able to manage that. Probably look at liking at a big Airbnb so we have some place to land once we get there. Because I want to say that's like a 6.5 hour drive from here or more to get there. So we'll definitely be having an overnighter. That'll be an all weekend trip. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun.
Bring the Swedish fish.
All right, guys, I really appreciate you all hopping on. I will start sending communication out. If I do not have you on Team Snap already, you need to send me your email address and your cell phone. My cell phone number is, if you don't have it, 716-860-3071. Awesome. Guys, I love seeing your faces. I can't wait to get going. Stephanie, thank you so much for your time tonight. And Juan, thank you so much for your dedication to our team.
Good luck this season, girls.
Thank you. Sean, thanks
Anytime,
for
Kate.
being our
Anytime,
biggest
always.
fan. You're amazing. Bye.
Bye.
See you later, y'all.
All right, take care.